should be happy with the fact that he knows the quality of Danny Orr and the combination of having Ryan Hudson, the former hooker. He'll be playing loose forward tonight, but he'll be influential if the Tigers can pick up a win.
Kirk Dixon gets us underway then here. The shadows are lengthening. The sun has come out in the last hour or so. It has been all 4 seasons almost in the northwest of England today, as it has been, of course, in the north of Wales and around the country. It's been pretty grim, but the sun's shining as the Crusaders try and work the ball away from their own end of the field. This is Vince Mellors, who is always very, very dangerous, but he hasn't scored in the last 7 games. Mellors. Lincoln Withers, the dummy half, and Richie Moore, the familiar figure to Super League viewers. He's lost that ball, but it went backwards.
No, it's a knock-on. Ben Thaler has indicated that it certainly got a fingertip to it. Not too sure that was the best thing to offload in very heavy traffic.
I think Moore's pass went back. I think it was a knock-on by Mellors, wasn't it?
You know, just generally speaking here, Eddie, I think the Crusaders are a difficult and a dangerous team to play against. With no fear of relegation and no chance of making the playoffs, they've got absolutely nothing to lose. I watched them in the warm-up, and to a certain extent, they're just free to do whatever they want to. Obviously, they want to win the game and stick to the tactics set by the coach, but they are a dangerous prospect because there's no pressure or expectation upon them.
No, you're absolutely right, there isn't. And of course they'll want to make an impression with the eagerly awaited licence application decision due the week after next. July the 26th is the deadline day. There's Joe Arundel. He plays the ball to Ryan Hudson, and that was good work at marker, and they've come away with it with Hep Cahill.
Not the best by the Tigers. Shocking pass from the dummy half there, and that's not what you expect from the experienced Ryan Hudson.
I think he got a bang on the arm as he tried to make the pass, Ryan Hudson.
He took a step, Eddie, and when you get in a good position like that to apply the pressure, you need to make sure that he gets away. And you can see there that Mellors trying to offload. Justin Harris, as we mentioned, he's very, very confident. It hasn't been the best of seasons for both him and the players, but if they can get off to a good start, good field position, plenty of possession.
That's what they're after, and this is Jason Chan, one of their most consistent players over the past 3 years. He's just got them over the halfway line into Castleford Tigers territory. And there's the boot from Michael Witt, but that didn't go anywhere. That's gone straight up in the air, and Dixon picked it up. It hit his foot and bounced backwards. He's lucky as far as that's concerned, and Stuart Jones will carry the ball forward. Terry Matteson on his way home, we think, at the end of the year. He certainly won't be at Castleford next year, that's for sure.
Well, that wasn't the best kick there from Michael Witt. Had plenty of time to get it, and you can see the lengthening shadows. That ball should have been kicked right down onto the left-hand side. Put the pressure on, it would be difficult. Yes, there is a sun out today.
It's been late coming, but it's arrived just in time for the kickoff, which is nice.
Now, this is one of the biggest problems as well by the Crusaders this year. Their indiscipline has been, well, it's allowed the opposition plenty of room to move and also advance them down the field of play. They've got to really work hard for the full 80 today.
Last tackle here for the Tigers. McGoldrick, was a hurried kick, it was charged down. That's good defence though. Having said that, that's wonderful defence. It's a knock-on, I think, that Darrell Clark has forced here from Hep Cahill, and Shivkovsky is furious.
Well, it wasn't the best kick over, was it? And he's just lost control. Good work by the hooker. Put him under a lot of pressure. Well, it hasn't been the best start, has it? But neither side.
Well, Hep Cahill, he's in his first and last season in Wrexham. He'll join Widnes in 2012 when the Vikings join the family. This is Danny Orr, flicks the pass to Stuart Jones. Winterstein was in there, was a little bit high as well from Cahill. Now it's Rob Parker. He's here on loan from the Salford City Reds. He's made quite an impression. That wasn't the best play of the ball either. Here goes Paul Jackson driving to the line.
Well, I thought he lost control of that. Really could have been classified as a knock-on. They've got away with it.
Will Darrell Clark poach one here? No, he gets the ball away to Mathers. They go wide, and that's Arundel. Good defence, though, from the Crusaders. They hold them out on their own goal line. Trying to give themselves a bit of width here. Oh, what a great save that was. Tremendous. Oh, here goes Shivkovsky! who comes up with the tackle. Well, that will lift the Crusaders' spirits. It's lifted the crowd. And on all fours, Ryan O'Hara tries to take it forward.
Did well to hang on to that, just never took control. Well, the fullback's run, Shivkovsky, has got them into a wonderful position here.
First time they've threatened the Castleford line, 5 minutes gone, and Cahill again. It's the Tigers' turn to defend now. Jones is in there, so too Darrell Clark. They'll play the ball here to Lincoln Withers, look for the runners. Dixon missed him. It's a long pass out wide looking for Stuart Reardon, and Reardon will get in. Has it?
He'll go to the screen.
Over the line, and there's also the hint of an obstruction.
Well, Reardon lunged for it, but I'm with you, Eddie. The legs certainly were lifted, but were they on the whitewash? He's gone upstairs. Video referee tonight is Richard Silverwood. Ben Thalen not too sure, neither was the touch judge. That's the inside runner, and he did well, didn't he, Michael Witt? This is a lovely long ball out wide.
I think the bigger question is whether Tony Martin obstructs here, Steve. Well, you've got to see the guy with the head guard here.
No obstruction there whatsoever as far as I'm concerned, and that's try time.
Depends on the legs now.
I think the right leg is up, left leg is down. I don't think they'll go for an obstruction on this, because as far as I'm concerned, Tony Martin just stands, doesn't move.
Well, they're looking again. Does Martin move into the path here?
No, he doesn't as far as I'm concerned. I think he'll see it again. Like, Martin is not looking at the man, he stops. And I honestly feel that Nick Youngquest has tried to kid the official. He won't kid, but it looks as though he's going to write it off. He's not going to see the grounding.
No, they haven't looked at the grounding. That's a big hint. The try is disallowed. It's a penalty for obstruction.
I think that's a tough one. That really is. To me, Tony Martin was not looking at the man.
Well, he wasn't initially, but he had a little sneaky look there out of the corner of his eye.
Well, that's the little giveaway that the referee, video referee Richard Silverwood would be looking at. But this is dangerous. This shows exactly what Crusaders are capable of. It's the first time they've been in Crusaders half, and that would have been a try. Obviously, if the video referee would have said no, Tony Martin was okay, but very dangerous Crusader side. But Kirk Dixon, Terry Masson will be very disappointed. They'll be sending out the message, don't come flying out the line, cutting across to your defenders. Just keep your shape and hold it, and you'll prevent that.
Well, to my eyes, I think that Nick Youngquest has certainly fooled the video referee, Richard Silverwood, but he's the man in charge.
Well, I had the initial thought that there might have been a touch of obstruction there, so it was worth the referee handing it upstairs.
Oh, he did the right thing, did Thaler, that is for sure.
This is Rob Parker for the Castleford Tigers, just 8 metres inside the Crusaders' half. Clark gets it away to Ryan Hudson, operating at loose forward tonight, Ryan Hudson, as he did against the Bradford Bulls last week. This Clark, attracting some attention, is Darrell Clark from other Super League clubs. Parker again, he's turned over on his back. Good defence, on show from Cahill and co. This is the last tackle for Cass. Up it goes off the boot of Orr. That's spiralling around all over the place. And it's well claimed.
John Tanzi, wasn't it? Got up high in the air, under pressure, took it very well. And they've got two good catches with Reardon and Tanzi on both of the flanks. And Clinton Shivkovsky, 3 safe backfield players.
Well, it's an obvious tactic that the Tigers are going to pepper Jordan Tanzi out there, but it was, you say, Phil, it was a great take. But the home side, they'll be lifted, especially with the, okay, the try was turned down, but they had that wonderful break by the fullback, Shivkovsky.
Yes, it was a wonderful break, turned defence into attack immediately. They're on the last tackle here. And the kick from Michael Witt is much better this time. That will turn them around. The bounce is very kind for Crusaders as well. It's allowed them to get the chase on Richard Mathers, and leading the way again, the New Zealand Maori from 2008. That's Hep Cahill.
Give us a name.
Well, it was a good kick initially, wasn't it, Michael Witt? But it surprised me yet again, Eddie, is that they're not utilising this this sun that's in the eyes on that far corner on that Tigers defence.
Go.
Clark again. Here is Paul Jackson.
4 movement.
Of course, Craig Hubie out for the season. There's been a bit of a forward crisis as far as the Tigers are concerned. This is Mathers.
To be fair, they certainly missed him, haven't he? He was in fine form as Hubie.
Last tackle here. Or again gets the kick away. That's better. It's high. It's hanging. Oh, but Owen was after it, but very well claimed again by Jordan Tansey. He wants to get on and play the ball quickly. Arundel wouldn't let him do so.
Well, that should be a penalty. Arundel got him down to the floor and then had a little bit of a second goal. Play on, said Ben Thaler. Wants an open game, that's for sure, as the official. Good tackle by Danny Orr. Really has settled in well, coming back to his old club after a period down in London.
And a new one-year deal signed by Danny Orr last week, so he'll be around again in 2012. There he is. This is his, by the way, 399th career appearance tonight. High kick again. Mathers claims it though, then Witt claims him with the tackle.
Did the right thing as well, did Witt. Realised that he didn't want to hit him while the fullback was in mid-air. Waited till he hit terra firma. Good tackle as well.
Martin with the tackle on Kirk Dixon, who's playing in the centres tonight. McGoldrick gets the ball away to Hudson, but he was watched all the way by Stuart Reardon. That's good defence from the Crusaders. Forced him back a couple of metres. Clark again. Here's Orr. Short ball to Parker. Trying to get the ball away, and it went backwards. Says Parker. It went forwards, says Ben Thaler.
Wonder what it hit. I'm not so sure. This is a break from Shivkovsky. Did well. Look at the offload there, and the fullback was away. Tremendous stuff. Great talent, this kid. Stepped through. Fair play to Castleford. They got back in numbers eventually. It was Hudson that finished off the run.
Steve-O, you're showing your age. You say great talent, this kid, Clinton Shivkovsky. He's 35.
You know, I actually thought of that.
Well, I'll put it this way, he's a lot younger than I am anyway.
And all policemen look young when you're your age, Steve-O. Let's be fair.
They do, yeah.
That's great shape there, wasn't it? The number of players they had in, they've got to go on with this, or they've lost possession to McGoldrick.
Importantly, that Martin was there to bring Ryan McGoldrick down.
Golden opportunity. Jason Chan. They couldn't get him down on the half spin. He just twisted around, offloaded. There was a man there, but it was a Castleford Tiger.
Dixon again to Hudson. In centre field to Jones. Good harassing defence, though, on Arundel by Tansey, and then he's joined by two more. Down he goes. Mellors was the other one. Hudson. Ooh, what a hit that was on Parker. Big hit that by Ryan O'Hara.
I tell you what, he's complaining as well as O'Hara. He's saying that Parker lifted the elbow. And I think Parker just lifted it just to protect himself. It was a big hit.
Danny Orr with the grubber kick through. Tansey again watches it carefully. Here's Clinton Shivkovsky.
Castleford are quite content. They're just kicking long, kicking into the corners. Well, you see, when Crusaders get to the last tackle, they're not finishing off the set that well with a midfield bomb, kicking the ball up in the air 20 yards from the Castleford line. They need to turn Castleford around and ask more questions, because all that's happening is they just keep bringing the ball away from their own line.
You know, we've just witnessed an interesting and early change for Castleford. You see the loose 40 you spoke about, Ryan Hudson, already been replaced by the man now making that tackle, Jordan Thompson in number 22.
Indeed, only been playing 12 minutes. I wonder if that's tactics from Terry Mattison, or was there a bit of a bang for Ryan Hudson. Good run, though, from Cahill, still going. Eventually they get him down. Jones took the legs. That's one. Kick. Finds touch on that far side. And Lloyd White.
Where is he? Arundel.
It's a really strange kick, that, isn't it? It's about 5 metres in front of where the ball was played, so you've not challenged your opponents to demonstrate any skill in receiving the ball. From a scrum situation, they'll probably get it back. I'm a big fan of Lloyd White's, but that won't be one of his best kick highlights.
He's back after missing the last 3 matches. He wasn't considered for last week, one of the 7.
I'm with you, Phil. I know I keep repeating myself, but you've got to utilise what's out there, and that sun is going to be a problem for them, especially in that first half. And have we seen a kick from the Crusaders in that corner? No.
Well, let's hope that this sunshine stays with us for the Northern Rail Cup final. First silverware of the season's on offer for Halifax and Lee. It's live, Sky Sports 3, 4:30. Meanwhile, Crusaders caught offside.
Good work by the winger, Richard Owen.
Second penalty that Castleford have received this.
You see how he jumps in very, very quickly. He knows that they haven't gone back the 10. It's a 50-50 call. He's confused as O'Hara.
Well, that was awful from Danny Orr. It was a missed kick, and Tansey, he trapped it a la Wrexham Football Club and will work the ball back. Not the best from Danny Orr, the veteran. On his 70th appearance for Castleford, he really didn't connect with this penalty at all.
I mean, good work by Jordan Tansey. You've got to give him full credit for that. It was a... OK, he should have belted it over the stand.
Jordan Tansey, the man who issued the public apology on behalf of the 7 players who breached club discipline last week. Now then, Shivkovsky again. Here's Tony Martin. McGoldrick was first to him.
I must say, on the attack on this right-hand side, in defence, left-hand side as the Tigers are concerned, but they're creating a few problems. They're building in confidence, that is for sure. Now then, will the kick to that corner?
Last tackle, and Witt. Well, yes, he's read the script this time. He's hoisted it high. And that was diffused in goal.
Just a touch too long, wasn't it? Good work from Mathers. Quick thinking. You could see that the Crusaders were slow to get them sorted out.
Bit of a swinging arm there from Richard Moore that wasn't spotted by Ben Thaler.
Give credit to Moore as well. You know, the prop forward was quick to get out of that play the ball situation, applied the pressure. They're up for this at the home side.
Ferris, wide it comes to Youngquest. Was once a favourite, of course, here. Nick Youngquest. Ex-Crusaders, 11 tries in 29 appearances for them last year. It's Jackson again for the Tigers.
Well, the Crusaders' defence has been strong enough to opt for Tigers to put the kick in, and it's not a bad one either.
Great kick from McGoldrick, and Shivkovsky, with all the experience in the world, just collected the ball and then just ran it over the line. That's a better kick from this fellow Danny Orr. It's McGoldrick.
He's a talent, isn't he? We all know that McGoldrick likes to play the full-back position, but to step into the capable shoes of Rangi Chase. Little doubt in my mind that Chase will be missed, but you just don't know what to expect from Ryan McGoldrick. He can produce some wonderful rugby league at times, and then has the ability to go to sleep for 10 minutes.
5th different position in his 9 appearances so far for Ryan McGoldrick. Standoff today. He missed the early part of the season because of a knee injury, missed 11. Or waited for that goal line dropout to reach him, gave it to McGoldrick. He goes down on the first tackle, this set of 6, 35 metres away from the Crusaders' line. Darryl Clark again as Jackson gets to his feet. It was just a push by Lincoln Withers, or gets it away to Stuart Jones. Down on tackle number 3. Here's Danny Orr. Now Rob Parker. Substitute against Wigan for his debut for Castleford when he arrived on loan 10 days ago. McGoldrick. They're offside, the Crusaders, caught on their own line. Shivkovsky wants a word.
And that's smart thinking by the fullback. He's allowed his side to set their defence up. You could see that the Tigers wanted a quick tap of the penalty. And the fullback went straight away to Ben Thaler. What was that for, sir? Gave them valuable time.
Good run from Paul Jackson on the first. Clark pops it up.
Great effort. Jordan Thompson impresses me. That's the 3rd time, Eddie. I'm sorry to do that to you.
No,
but for a young man who plays centre, to be thrown on in the forwards and actually break tackles at this stage in the game, great credit to the young man.
Well done, Phil. Good reaction. Tremendous. Yeah, Jordan Thompson He's back from a loan spell at York in the Championship. He's only 19 years of age, and he hit that ball at pace, and he just skittled them out of the way, didn't he? Like a bowling ball going through the back of that Crusaders defence. Jordan Thompson with the opening try for the Tigers.
Well, it's the first chance that the Castleford Tigers have not opted to put the kick through, and I think it confused the Crusaders. Neat little slip off there from the hooker, Daryl Clark. Thompson knew exactly what position to go through. They had the numbers there, he should have been stopped, but the upper body strength from this fella was far too much.
Well, he's played the majority of his first team football that we've seen him in the backs, but apparently as a junior he was a back row forward. He certainly got the build of it, there's no doubt about that. Good try from Jordan Thompson, one of the bright young things knocking around Super League. And here now is Kirk Dixon. He needs 4 goals tonight to reach a career total of 250. This should be the first of them, and it is. Lands on the top of the Eric Roberts stand away to our left-hand side. The Castleford Tigers are ahead by 6 points to 0.
Well, he'll be very happy indeed, as much so that the little inside flick there from Daryl Clark, he's a talent as well, but that just shows you talk, Eddie, about the upper body strength. He has played in the 3 quarters, but junior development in the forwards. He certainly pushed them out of the way.
And Steve-O was interesting. He picked on Richard Moore, probably one of the biggest players on the park, along with Lincoln Withers. Normally very dependable in defence. Now he just gritted his teeth. He put his mind to it, and there was only going to be one winner. He just run with so much purpose to score that try.
Mathers collected the kick-off, gave it straight away to Rob Parker. He's a willing worker, is Parker. And he's got the penalty here because they were lying on, and a touch of frustration, I think. It's 4 penalties to none in the Castleford Tigers' favour. He was too slow, according to Ben Thaler. They had a warning about this at Castleford earlier in the season. 15-3 the penalty count from the whistle of Ben Thaler. So they know what to expect when they've got Ben in the middle.
Yeah, and the Crusaders, they realise it, and so does their coach, Easton Harris. The lack of discipline, it just held on a little bit too long to Ben Flower there.
And they have got to try and slow the ball down. But they've got to try and do it legally as Jackson goes forward again here, gets a good offload away, finds McGoldrick. McGoldrick goes back on the inside to Mathers. Mathers with the dancing feet, going one way then the other, fires the pass then to this man Thompson again.
Bit of a problem for the prop forward Paul Jackson. He's limping in back play. I don't think he's looking to go off, I think.
This meanwhile is Stuart Jones. 70th career, or rather Castleford appearance in his Castleford Tigers career for Stuart Jones. Or Thompson again. This time Richard Moore says, "You're not going past me this time, young fellow." Daryl Clark, Danny Orr, now he'll hoist it to the corner. Looking for Kirk Dixon. Finds Kirk Dixon. Over the top it goes to Youngquest, forward.
Well, he was in a good position was Ben Thaler.
Turnover.
Well, that
How has he got that as a forward pass? He was surely facing his own posts, Danny Orr.
Well, it certainly looked okay. He's mystified.
Right, let's go down to Graham Beecroft on the sideline. Some news for us.
Yeah, Paul Jackson's problem, nothing sinister at all. He just ripped his boot, so he's just had some tape wrapped round at his back and he's fine.
No wonder he's limping then. Odd boots on now for
Either way, the Tigers were down to 12.
There he is, Jackson in that tackle. Quick play the ball. That's what Crusaders need for themselves. Lincoln Withers with the run. They get themselves just over the halfway line. Little fumble there from Shifkovsky, but no knock on. That's the last one. 10 metres inside the Tigers' half. Witt. Gets the ball away. This is Chan. Oh, they're just standing off him. Jason Chan, what a try! What a try from Jason Chan. Castleford were waiting for the kick. To be fair, so were the Crusaders. And Castleford stood still, and Jason Chan, the Papua New Guinea international, said, well, fair enough, even though there's a man down in back plays, Michael Witt. He said, fair enough, I'll take them on, and he cut through them and went over the line for a Crusaders try. That's great stuff from Jason Chan. one of their most consistent over the past 3 years. A try in a defeat at Castleford last year. That's his 3rd try of the season, and they've come in home wins.
Well, they fell for the sucker punch. They anticipated there was going to be a kick. They held back as Witt was knocked to the ground. Should have had him. Take nothing away from this wonderful effort to score in the try. But he just jinked back on the inside. Everybody stood around and said, well, we'll try to get him. Wasn't the best, was it, from Jackson? Chan says, I'm all my way over the line. What a great fight back, fully deserved.
Is that an omen? His first 2 tries of this season have come in wins against Huddersfield and Salford. Well, he scored here, and he certainly got the Crusaders back into this match. Clinton Shifkovsky is lining up the conversion attempt. It's remarkable, you know, when you think about it. Just 12 months ago, the Crusaders were battling with the Castleford Tigers for an 8th-placed finish in the Super League. The Crusaders eventually sealed that, and they went from bottom to 8th in 12 months. Sadly, in 2011, they've gone in the opposite direction, but all sorts of problems off the field even before this season began. Now then, can Shifkovsky, can he kick this conversion? And the Welsh crowd goes very quiet as Shifkovsky lines this up. He's missed it. It's waved away. Well, you would have banged your house on him. You really would. But we saw Michael Witt down and injured in the build-up to that try. This is what happened to him. It was a bit of a late charge, wasn't it? But he's okay. I think Michael Witt had a look at that and maybe noted the number of the player that did it to him.
I think, was it Darryl Clark?
I wouldn't like to rob a bank with you, Terry.
No, neither would many people. But you know what, there was good signs in that last set of 6. When they generate a lot of speed around the middle of the park, they play the ball quickly. Lincoln Withers is a hooker who can exploit that. He got them on the front foot, and then Jason Chan, that was just exceptional work from the back row to score that try.
Good work from Brett Ferris at marker. There was no way forward for Martin then.
And you could see on that occasion as well, Paul Jackson, who missed that tackle earlier. That was a high shot. They didn't like it.
The crowd didn't. The officials did. Witt. Ball goes infield. There's 31 in the Castleford Tigers jersey. Ben Davis on a month's loan from Wigan. Be interesting to see how he goes. There's a charge down.
That went backwards. That'll be play on. Back to 6. Oh no, he still called it the 6.
Shifkovsky hammers it forward.
That's play on now.
Now he wipes the tackle count down. Here goes Michael Witt.
Well, this Castleford defence, they're just hanging around and just allowed them through, and that's an extra push. That's a penalty. Ironic cheers from the home crowd.
First penalty for the Crusaders.
Great test now, isn't it, to see whether the Crusaders can. Earlier on, they put a great play on. They didn't score from it, but they had such an overlap with so many of the red shirts moving in a convincing fashion for the ball. They've got 6 more players here when they kick this to touch. They wish to try and break through the Tigers' defence.
Well, there's no option by Ben Thaler, the Kirk Dixon all over the man. Now, will they do the set pattern move? They usually do a 2 drive with the forwards, often a switch to the blind.
Go your side, Brent! Brent!
This is the try scorer again, Jason Chan. He's making great strides towards that line once more. Golden opportunity here. And it's a penalty against Richie Mathers.
Wait there, wait. Offside. Goal line!
So Castleford have to line up on their goal line. The Crusaders can take it back as far as they like. This now is Jordan James. 20 times a Welsh international, plays the ball here to Lincoln Withers. Back it comes. Oh, it's a lovely bend and a little dummy and a drop of the shoulder. And Lloyd White is the try scorer. Well, penalties cost you, and penalties have cost the Castleford Tigers. Lloyd White. Highly rated by Iestyn Harris. Hooker for the international side, operating at standoff today alongside Michael Witt.
it all came about by the little chip over. It regathers and then bounces away, and that sent it back for 6 more. And look at the Castleford defence. Some are walking, some are hanging around. Gets himself into a very good position. Michael Witt is tackled down from there, but from it, they get the position, get the penalty. Silly play by Kirk Dixon. Back on the inside, and he throws the dummy. Lloyd White. It's a special. Take this one, boys. Oh, easy.
Lloyd White then banged onto the sticks. Take one final look at it. Lovely dummy. The entire Castleford defence took it under the post. Shipkovsky won't miss this one. A couple of moments ago he didn't. And it's a 10-6 now. The Crusaders lead.
It was always coming at it, mainly due to the fact that the Crusaders were making the half break. It was desperation defence by the Tigers at times. And on that occasion, when they went back to the 6, they just stood around, didn't get themselves in a uniform pattern in defence, and they have paid the price.
Well, suddenly the Crusader supporters who have suffered a lot this year, they have found their voice. And Jared Samet is on. There he is. Decent run from Ben Flower.
Well, Terry Madison, the Tigers coach, will be disappointed with the way that they took the dummy from the standoff Lloyd White. And you can see there's a lot of spring in their test. It's a big problem now for Madison. They've got to get good ground advantage.
White again gets the ball away. Almost through once more was Jordan James. Samet. It's the last tackle here. There's the kick through. They're chasing it here. And it's well picked up, but great chase. They forced him in goal. He's not happy, Nick Youngquist. Well, that should be a penalty.
And also Sinbin. Not in the spirit of the game.
Make him go and get the ball.
2 down. Drop out.
Well, he's frustrated, Nick Youngquist, about something or other. I can't see what he's upset about.
He's claimed that he wasn't tackled, or he hadn't been grounded there. The tackle wasn't completed. That was his
Well, he
point.
grounded the ball, didn't he?
Watch out the Miami Dolphins here. He got all of that as a quarterback.
Do you know what was good vision from the Crusaders side? Is knowing that Richie Mathers was involved in the play before and there was no fullback. That's why they dinked the little kick through.
But it was quite obviously, Terry, that the ball carrying arm had hit the deck. Simple as that.
Where there, boys?
Yeah, the ball was grounded. Didn't know what Nick Youngquist's upset about. He wants to make a good impression on his return to the racecourse ground here in Wrexham. Let's give him benefit of the doubt.
That's back to
That was
6.
played up by Dixon, so the tackle count's wiped down. Here's Jared Samet, a real jack in the box, this fella. A real jack in the box.
They love him here, I'll tell you. That was a 0 tackle, so they've got plenty under their belt already. And this Tigers defence is all over the place. Some are moving up, others are staying back. They'll be taking dummies all over.
It's Michael Witt. Booming pass. And the ball back inside to Jordan Tansey. That pass came back off Frank Winterstein. Here's Vince Mellors. Thought about the offload, but the arm was clamped. Tansey again. That was White. And here is Shipkovsky joining the line. They're letting them run at them. A great offload again. Ball's gone backwards.
That's 3. Move!
Referee shielding his eyes, watching this. The sun is streaming straight into his face. White with the kick. What's happened there? It's a play on, says the referee.
Not a bad option. Neat little kick. Had them on the rack. Full credit. They scramble back. Here's the big fella Widders.
Yes, just on off the bench, Dean Widders.
Move! Where there, boys? Wait!
Good option there by Lloyd White. Scored the last try, of course. Lifted his confidence there, and you can see they've upped the tempo, Phil.
You can, yeah, and I think as a result, Castleford on the ropes. Again, tactical change. 10 minutes now before half-time. Ryan Hudson back on here. Coming to replace Darryl Clark, who'd had a great involvement. I think it's him who's gone off the field. But was starting to tie. He was the one who took the dummy for the last try. And they want Hudson's experience out there now.
McGoldrick was the man who was tackled. That's Mathers. This is Orr. And the kick from Danny Orr. Stands up nicely for Clinton Shipkovsky.
And more problems for Castleford. Steve Snitch is getting treatment in back play.
No, he's fine.
Reardon. Youngquist missed him completely. Stuart Reardon, of course, he was man of the match in the grand final for the Bradford Bulls in 2003 against the Wigan Warriors. This is Winterstein. There he is, Stuart Reardon. Former Great Britain international as well. Samet. And White gets it wide to Mellors. Oh, brilliant hands from Tansey. Tansey with the chip over the top. He's quick enough. Now, is that a knock-on?
It's a
He'll
try.
get over that, and has he dropped the ball? There's two knock-ons there, I think.
Yeah, I think he may have dropped it at the final moment.
Richard, I just want you to check to see if the
But what
ball, when
about the
Jordan
play
Tansey
from the
caught it,
winger?
if it went backwards or if it was a knock-on.
Neat little
And then read it on
offload
to see
there.
if the ball's grounded.
I think we've had two knock-ons in the scoring of a no-try here.
Well, it appears that way, but that was great work. Super stuff.
Was initially, wasn't it, from Tansey? But then I think as he chased the kick, and there was I suppose a question mark, he might have been taken out as well.
Neat little offload there. It hit the head. Balanced. Tip, 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 tip.
Nothing
Good
wrong
balance.
there.
Good balance there. Then he puts the chip over the top. Was he blocked? It's going to be interesting now. He's going to see whether he got a fingertip to it, and he did. And that is a knock-on.
So would you give a penalty? Now the question is, does Richie Mathers impede him when he kicks over?
Yeah, that's what he's got to make a decision, Richard Silver
Can
would.
the video
I don't
referee
think-
look at that? I don't think he can he?
I don't think so. And to be fair, I don't think all Mathers did was stand his ground. I don't know whether he moved towards him. But anyway, it's not a try. It's a scrum to the defence for the knock-on.
But how much have they lifted in the last 10 or 15 minutes? You look every time that a ball carrier's got the ball and he's running. There's so many options. This was good play from Tansey to take that ball and the chip over, the vision that he's got there, and just a little, he couldn't take that ball. Otherwise, that would have been another certain try for the Crusaders.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Terry, I thought that Mathers definitely pushed the man. And in my opinion, I'm not the referee, but that really should have been a penalty.
Well, let's see now, Steve-O, what their attitude's like now to defend. Jared Samet then, who was first man, shot out trying to put pressure on Castleford.
Well, the last three sets, the Tigers have failed to get over the opposition half. So you can see that the Crusaders' defence, they really are working as a unit.
That's Ben Davies going down, and even if that earlier no try would have been given, Snitch seems as though he is okay. I don't think it would have been given anyway, because there's another knock-on.
Yeah, he spotted both of them, Eddie.
Or with the high kick. Tansey safe underneath another one.
Well, Terry Madison has got to change the tactics. They've been testing Jordan Tansey all this first half, and he's come up trumps on every occasion.
Mellors goes down eventually.
Three. Move! Hold it. Hold. Go.
Samet is there for the Crusaders. And that was good defence. They rushed out there to make sure there was no way through at all for Jason Chan. Little chip over the top from Samet again, and a hack forward once more. But he's gone down.
It's got to be a penalty where this ball finishes. It's gone dead, so he'll probably have to give the penalty where the infringement took place.
Mathers again.
Well, it's supposed to be where the ball lands, but it's got to be further down.
Watch where his second lands here, Steve-O. About 15 metres out.
Well, it should have been a little bit closer than where Ben Thaler has taken them. Either way, 5 metres or not, they've got to go for broke. I wouldn't go for the two here. There's still plenty of time left in this first stanza. And the way the confidence is running through the veins of the Welsh outfit, they've got to go for that try.
And here they go again with Chan. You've had to do a lot of defending, haven't they, the Castleford Tigers, since they took the lead, and they've conceded 10 points. More on offer here for the Crusaders, you think, because it's with Witt and then to White, and it goes wide again to Shipkovsky, who comes back the other way, taking on Snitch, taking on Widders. Down he goes on the second tackle. 8 metres away, the Crusaders. Samet. Infielder comes to James. James trying to jink his way to the line.
Got to be angle runner.
Samet. Back to White. Here is Witt again. Witt finds Tansey, who swapped wings. And Reardon.
Oh,
Reardon loses it forward. But he put the scrum down, no advantage.
Come down.
Good work by Kirk Dixon there. There was nowhere to go for Stuart Reardon. And Dixon just finished him off. Frustration and etched on the face of the coach, Justin Harris. Golden chance. Now they've got to try to force the error.
Send me go, Ben. Fall, marker, mate. Keep working out at marker. Good lad. All right. Hurry up, fellas. Wait there, right?
Last win for the Crusaders, May the 13th. They came back from 10-0 down at half-time to beat Wakefield, 23-10 here at the racecourse.
That's one. Move!
And the only other home win was here against Huddersfield, and a scoreline that very few people could have believed on the day. 32-6 on Good Friday. They can play, the Crusaders.
Well, they've shown us that, haven't they, in the opening 35 and a half minutes. And I've got to say that they fully deserve their lead. Well, the big question was before the game, would the unpopular or the seven, unmagnificent seven, would they respond for their coach? They've certainly done that.
It's got to be knocked down by Wrexham, wasn't it, by the Crusaders?
Well, I would have thought so. The referee asked the touchers, what have we given? And they've given them nothing, and now the Crusaders have got the penalty.
Well, he's got that wrong, Ben Taylor. That was a definite knock-on. And I think you could see there that it was Vince Mellors that got the left arm to it. Not that they'll be complaining, that's for sure.
They won't, because the penalty count's evened up as well, but...
yeah, you can see that.
Well, we had a couple of those last night that were given as knock-ons, remember?
Yep.
Here comes Frank Winterstein.
He's worked hard running down that left-hand channel. Created all sorts of problems for them.
Samet, and the ball comes infield to Ben Flower. Well, there's just over 3 minutes to go to half-time. Can the Crusaders post another try here? Witt gets the ball away. White, and there's a space there. Winterstein, they just hold him back. Arundel with an important tackle. White will go himself.
Has he got it down?
Just short.
Good work by Ryan Hudson.
Samet will give it a bit of width this time. Shifkovsky and Witt again. Looks for the runner, it's Chan. Can't let this fella run.
No.
Reardon. And Reardon is tackled on the last.
Kick into the in goal. They've got to go for it. Get the dig in.
He goes high. Oh, and they're queuing up out there for it. And he's claimed it. And he'll get the try, Jordan Tansey. Again, it's a decision for the video referee, Richard Silverwood.
Well, the kick was superb. Well weighted. He's having a fine game, isn't he, Jordan Tansey? They put him under a lot of pressure to the Tigers. They look all onside as far as I'm concerned, out wide. Beautiful kick by Michael Witt. Really has got a talent. And that's fine. You can see that the right boot. So they'll look to see how it was gathered. He takes it. It doesn't hit a Castleford player. And they try the damnedest to rip it out. And this should be a try. It'll squeeze round. He'll get it down at some time anyway. Now then, does he get it down eventually? I think they'll give it.
I think they'll give it, but I don't think he grounded in those frames.
Prize given to Jordan Tansey. Issued a public apology to these people, his players, his coach. And he's putting right the wrongs of last week, Jordan Tansey. That's his 5th try of the season. He arrived from Hull via Dewsbury in March, and he has really been the juggler-in-chief on that left wing so far for Crusaders.
Both in attack and defence, Eddie, he's had a fine game, and that was a great take. They tried the damnedest, didn't they, to stop him?
Gets it down eventually.
Yep, took a while, but the quality of the kick from Michael Witt and the leap was tremendous in the end, wasn't it? Joe Arundel tried his damnedest, but he finally got there in the end. Richard Silverwood gave him the nod.
He might actually have dropped it on that last look there, wouldn't it? But I mean, they've decided that the grounding had happened prior to the dropping of the ball. Shivskovsky then to try and add the extras. He's missed with another.
You need some decisions.
14-6.
You need some decisions to go your way to win games. If you think about the Tigers, they've actually conceded possession here when we think it was a knock-on from Vince Mellors, and they've been awarded a try here. Now, you might argue that on that frame, there was some of the grass touched some of the ball, probably at some point, but to get into this whole situation, we saw a knockdown. There's the ball clearly on the ground, and the referee needed some assistance from the touch judge on the far side of the field. He didn't receive it, and the Tigers weren't good enough to defend that set.
Into the last minute of this first half then, that the Crusaders are leading 14 points to 6. Surely there'll be nothing fancy from Crusaders here. They'll want to turn round with a half-time advantage if they possibly can.
It's been good tactics by the coach, Justin Harris, as well. We've noted that they've been attacking way out on that left-hand side. They've been pinpointing the little halfback Danny Orr, especially the big second rower Frank Winterstein, and it has paid dividends.
4 tackles gone, still just inside their own half. And that was not a charge down, I don't think. The ball played the man, but here is that man again, Tansey. The ball finds its way out on the far side. Doesn't matter, because that's half-time. Well, Tansey's try, just a few moments ago, is the third that the Crusaders have scored. Shivskovsky has only converted the one. Castleford led with the Thompson try after 17 minutes, 6-0, but then Chan, White and Tansey, and Shivskovsky has